Back in 2008, we started with 3 students. When we came into the country in 2005, we started the first church. We really wanted from then to not be just pastoring one church and focusing on one community, but our goal was to train multiple men that could go out to multiple areas and start multiple churches. That's what it's all about. That's what we see through the book of Acts. And so understanding that's our purpose, our biblical-based purpose, we began to pray that God would call people to the ministry. 2008, we had 3 people that felt like God was really working in their lives and they wanted to prepare for the ministry. And so we started the Chile Training Center, just meeting in a room and, giving them some books to read and getting together and discussing those and trying to make it pretty structured, but it was quite informal back in those early days. And we were really praying that God would allow us to make a difference in their lives. Well, soon, a couple years go by and there's a few more people that feel like God's working in their lives and they want to be a part of the ministry. Some of that first group starts graduating and they're already working at planting churches and pastoring local churches, and God begins to encourage more young people, and that group of 3 grew within 2 or 3 years to a group of about 8 or 10, and then a few years go by and now here we are today and we're at 35 students that are preparing for the ministry. And it's not just from one church. There's actually right now, if I'm not mistaken, 9 churches that have students that are studying in the training center this year, which is an incredible thing to think about. People from all over different areas of Central, South, and West Santiago. It's a great opportunity for us to make a big impact here. Even one of our graduates, a guy that worked with me, that I was able to work with and train there at our first church, is now in the northern part of Chile. If you get in a car and start driving north for about 24 hours, you get to the city where he's at, and he's working also meeting with a group of people and training them for the ministry and looking forward to starting churches out of there, because that's what it's all about. It's not about just us having a base here in Santiago, but it's about sending guys out. And as those guys go out to the north, to the south, or to other countries, it's about reaching those countries with the gospel. Can you imagine here in another 5 or 10 years having some people that have been trained at the Chile Training Center that are working in some of the biggest cities that speak Spanish in Latin America? That would be an incredible thing. And no doubt God could use this ministry to impact cities like Buenos Aires or Lima or Bogota there in Colombia. That's what our desire is. Our desire is to serve here at this place and send forth laborers to all around Latin America and the world.